Hi everybody, how are you doing today? Okay, so today I am going to make some cocoa butter lotion. Well, a thick cocoa butter lotion. Instead of using shea and cocoa butter in my recipe combined, I am just going to use the cocoa butter, the stearic acid, and the e-wax, which is emulsifying wax, and I'm going to use aloe vera juice. And I'm not going to have a scent in it, but I am going to use a preservative that's the Dermabin. Now I'm buying the Octi thingy I can't pronounce it, when I get rid of this one, but because I like that one too. But this is the Dermabin's the one I'm going to use today. So first of all, I'm going to move you down and measure out all the ingredients, which I think I have on hand. Okay, I'm going to turn my scale on, and I need to start it out in ounces. Okay, now I'm going to start off with the aloe vera juice, which I'm going to tear it off of there. And now I'm using 320 grams, which won't fit in this, so we'll do half, about 160. There we go. That's good. And now another one at 100. Right on. I have a 3 grams over in the first one, but it evaporates, so I'm not too worried about that. And so next I'm going to tear that again off, and I need the cocoa butter. I need 2 things. Since I have it weighed out separately in this, I'm going to measure 46 grams and then 38. So first I need to get 2, 38, and now 46, because it's replacing the shea butter. Normally I have 46 grams of shea butter and only 38 grams of the cocoa butter. But in the recipe Unscented, I could still smell the cocoa butter, and this smells like chocolate. So my goal is to have a chocolate smelling lotion. 1 gram over, 1 gram under. Now I've already sprayed all of my equipment that I have with the 90% rubbing alcohol to sterilize it. Including my mixing bowl and my containers that they're going to go into, and the spoons and spatulas that I'm going to use. I do not use a blender for this. I use a hand whisk, because it ends up not putting as much air bubbles into it, and I don't like to have too much air bubbles. And this is my stearic acid in 24 grams. Bit too much. E-wax is next. I don't have to use a lot of this. It doesn't take for a lot, so this has gone a long way. That 1 pound that I got from Nature's Garden. I got this from Nature's Garden too, and it's 24 grams. They both have gone a long way. Now that's 1 gram over. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And now for the preservative. And I need 6 grams of preservative. There we have it. 1 gram over, but it will be fine. I probably won't get the whole thing out. It's so thick. So, on to later's next step. I will bring you back when I have got the oils heated up to 180 degrees and held for 20 minutes, and when they're ready and they're cooled down to 150 and I combine them, I'll bring you back. Okay, now we have the oils holding at 180 degrees. That's the aloe vera juice actually, and this is the oils holding there. And I've got about 15 more minutes to go, and then I will be mixing it into after it drops down to 150, 155, after it cools just a little bit, I'll be mixing the oil into the aloe vera juice, which I'll have poured into that container right there. Okay, so it's just about cooled down to 155 degrees, 150 degrees, and I'm going to go ahead and pour the aloe vera juice into the bowl here. And over here, I'll wash that after I get the lotion made. And here is the oils. It's got the cocoa butter and the stearic acid and the emulsifying wax in it. And I'm going to start stirring it. I'm going to make sure I get every little drop out of there with this thing. Then I'll take it to the other room to finish it up because this kitchen has gotten very hot. And I need the air conditioning room to get this process started and finish making the cocoa butter lotion, thick lotion. Okay, we have come back into the bedroom here. Much cooler. I have turned the air conditioner off, but the room is cool from it. I don't want the sound to compete with the video. Don't want a constant humming noise in the background of this video. So I'm going to stir this until it gets down to 125 degrees. And at that time, we'll add my preservative, which I have right here. So add my preservative at that point, and then I'll continue stirring it until it's ready to put into these little containers. And this one here. I have about 6 of these, I think. I'm not sure how much they'll hold, though. So, we'll see. Basically, I'm just wanting to see if the cocoa butter that smells like chocolate makes lotion that smells like chocolate. And if it don't, I am buying some chocolate fragrance oil from Aztec. In the meantime, I've got a fragrance oil sample the fragrance oil, 5 of the 1 ounce for $5 sample, plus another one with a free one, the 8 ounce one I bought. I think I bought the Christmas Splendor, which make my one, the soap that I call Wassail. It reminds me of Russian tea, and a lot of people that smelled it really liked it when I was at that yard sale. So it's definitely one I do plan to have when I finally get everything ready to where I can sign up and go to fairs or festivals or markets like the market on Saturday mornings at my church yard. We don't run it, but a space is rented, and the market goes from 9 a.m. to 12. And I'm thinking about looking into that after I've saved up enough money to get a tent, because I definitely would not want to not have a tent, just to need to protect my soaps. I've got a table, I got a chair, so I've got that already, so that is good to go. And so next is getting a tent. And business license, yes, I need that too. Okay, it's just about down to 130 degrees. I'm going to add some, instead of cornstarch, I'm adding kaolin clay. I think that's what I did the last time, and my sister told me it was very smooth. The lotion was very smooth, and I didn't know if it was because of the different cocoa butter that I've used, or because basically the only difference in the shea butter was just basically one was white and one was not. It was gray. And I think that they both were raw and unrefined, so that really didn't affect the lotion, I don't think. But the kaolin clay and cornstarch that I used before might not been as smooth feeling as the kaolin clay is. So we're going to see if it's the cocoa butter that's like chocolate, which also raw this time, and before it wasn't. If it's that, then it's going to be doubly smooth. It should be. So we got it down to where I can add the preservative. It's at about 120 degrees. You always need to put preservative in lotions, especially if it has water, distilled water, or aloe vera juice, or any form of liquid other than your raw waxes and butters. Any kind of liquid, you want to have that preservative, because mold will grow in it very quickly if you don't. So we'll make sure I got enough of it. I think that's why I wasn't worried when it said 7 grams and it was really needed 6. Is that I knew there would be a little bit that would not come out of the container too well. Should be fine. And I'll bring you back before I get ready to pour it. Okay, I am back. And it's thickened up pretty good. And now I'm going to go ahead and pour it into my container. Put this on ounces this time. I'm going to tear that off. And this one here, I want to get 4 ounces. I'm going to go ahead and pour this one first. It's almost 3. 3.7. Okay. Now that's 4 ounces there. And it is unscented with cocoa butter in it only. No shea butter. Now for these little things. If I can get them to stick on there. Stand up. And I'm using this spoon to get it in there because I don't want to make too much of a mess. I don't know how much it will hold. Hoping for at least 1 ounce. It does look like I'm going to get 1 ounce at least. Maybe a little bit more than 1 ounce. I'm going for 1.5 ounce. There's 4. Well, there's 5. Okay, the only problem is I did spill some. Get that off of there. Right down there. Still 1.5. Good. Tap that down. And I'm going to go ahead and close the lid. I don't know if I've got it sealed right or not. Anyway, like that. Okay, I don't think I need to put 1.5 ounce in there. I think that's just going to be a bit much. Maybe I should do 1.12 ounce. $1.2. Maybe this will close better. So I'm not really selling these yet. I'm still learning with the lotion, and I can't mail them in the summertime with the heat. I did notice a difference in the holding temperature on the stove. Instead of the 2 at low on 2 to keep it holding, 1 held it, which means that at 2 it was still heating up hot for a low. And and if I mailed it in a hot truck, in the hot mail truck, and it melted, it would lose its emulsion, and then it would become granular. So I definitely don't want to try selling it over the internet. And I don't really think I want to take it to outside hot in the air either, because of the same reason. And I am making a mess with this. When my sister gives me her containers that she likes for her lotion back, I'll be making some more pumpkin apple spice, because that's the scent that she likes, and I make it for her. Mom's going to let my dad try this lotion. It's unscented with just cocoa butter in it. I don't know if he will or not, because he's afraid to try my soaps, because his mother used a soap, and he's afraid to try it Because I guess his mother didn't make good soap. I guess she got it lye heavy, because back in those days, I suppose they didn't have the standards where we can super vat and make sure that there's no lye left in the soap. Back then, I guess it was common for you to have too much lye in the soap. Well, I got a little bit left over here. Need to find something to put it in. I'm going to say bye now, so bye now.